Joel, newest Cake core member. What brought you to the project? What actually, what was the need for you to come in?
Well, I was using Cake for a little while, probably about a year and a half, and was somewhat active in mailing lists. Started getting a little more active on IRC, and I actually started trying to see if I can actually give back to the community. So looking on the bug tracker, finding things that, let's say, needed test cases to be done, trying to submit those. I did a little bit of work on the debug kit plugin, some minimal work in terms of the benchmark shell and one of the JavaScript adapters that was used at the time. And I also wrote the TextMate bundle for CakePHP. And I was contacted by Garrett, who just said, hey, we've seen your work, and we'd like you to be a part of the team. We think you have a lot of talent and motivation. So I was very pleased to hear that, and I graciously accepted.
What tips do you have to other, community members that may want to get involved in the project?
Contributions. It's all about contributions. Open source software it's a meritocracy. So the more you show that you are willing and that you are able to contribute and make a difference, the more people notice and the more chances you have to gain a greater impact in the community. So writing test cases, writing code, providing feedback, providing help to other people who might not be as talented or might not be as adept with code.
How would you say, what would you say to someone that wants to get involved in writing unit tests, but they feel they may be too difficult or they don't know how to do it?
Well, the first step is to learn how the point of unit tests. If you don't understand fundamentally what they're used for and why they're useful, it's very difficult to get into that mindset. So to first learn about that. Secondly, look over the core itself. There are thousands and thousands of unit tests. Some very simple, very straightforward, others that are more complex because they test more complex conditions. So it's really to go in, look around, see what's there, and ask. Most of us are available, most of the core team is available, and if someone asks me how to write a unit test, I'll be more than happy to show them and walk them through it, because helping them write one will just lead to more, which means that the framework can only get better. And that's really it. It's a lot of it is just learn by example. Yeah.
What is your feeling on the future of CakePHP? What do you envision as being, the next big thing? Or
I think CakePHP is fantastic. I've never been with a group of such talented coders and passionate programmers who just want to make the framework better and better every day. And it's very motivating for myself to see all these people put so much time and effort into it, and it makes me want to contribute more and more and more. So with so many people there, I can see the next versions, 1.3, 2.0, 3.0. We're moving forward at such a fast pace with such great ideas, and taking all the lessons that we've learned from previous releases and applying them to the future. And I think that CakePHP is very good. It's an excellent framework, and it's only going to get better, which is incredibly awesome.
How do you think the community reacted after the announcements made by Garrett yesterday regarding 1.3 and 2.0, the comments that Nate made about Cake 3? How do you feel the community reacted to that?
Well, I think the community kind of expected a Cake 2.0. was on our roadmap for PHP 5 only support. I think it's a good step forward for those who don't have to deal with PHP 4 servers, because it provides a lot of increased performance. There are a lot of things that we can do internally that we can either get rid of or modify because they were there to support PHP 4. So the code is only going to get faster, cleaner, and more extensible. As for 3.0, 3.0 is I've worked a little bit on that code base, and it's just fantastic in terms of extensibility. It's taking all of the principles of CakePHP, conventions over configurations, the full stack implementation, all the things that make CakePHP what it is today, but adapting this for the new architecture of PHP 5.3, which allows a lot of very interesting things with Lambda functions, closures, namespaces, late static binding, which is a huge one, and it's fantastic. Just writing it, I'm excited to move forward on this and to get the community to bring it to the community so that people can start using it.
And how is your work as a physicist or your degree as a physicist? How do you think it helps you be a better or worse developer if it does?
As a better developer, well, any kind of scientific education teaches you to break things down into small little pieces and to look at that and to try and understand that, and then to combine the small little pieces into a larger piece to then get to that next level of comprehension. And a lot of that is applicable to programming in general, to framework design, where you have lots of little pieces that need to act in unison in a framework in a logical fashion to produce something coherent and useful. And so the science that I've done, I think, really just helps me be able to pick out the little parts that I think and that are important and work on those and isolate those. Yeah, it's just a very logical training, and because of that, programming is just all logic.
We're about to finish the CakeFest conference. What is your feeling about it? How do you think it goes?
This is my first CakeFest, so I didn't know exactly what to expect. I had seen some images, some posts, some comments, some blogs about it, the previous ones, and I thought it looked amazing, and I was extremely pleased to be able to go to this one. And I think it's just, it's mind-blowing to see how many people are using Cake around the world for various different projects in various different levels, for anything from basic websites to web applications to complete systems that are completely in CakePHP, that are complex applications that do incredible things that I never thought people would actually use CakePHP for. And it's really great to just see that the community is much larger. We talk to people on IRC, we talk to people in the Google group, but I think actually seeing people is what hits it to me. Because I see all these people that are using parts of code that I have written, and it's just fantastic. It's a great feeling.
Okay. If someone from the community wants to contact you, to ask for your suggestions or anything, what do they have to? What is your IRC channel nickname, for example?
On IRC, well, pretty much everywhere, my nickname is J, Perras, so that counts for Twitter, for IRC. Email, contact me through one of those other methods, and I can give you my email. But the quickest method is Twitter because it's very short and direct. IRC, I'm usually always there. Sometimes I'm away from the keyboard, so it might take a little while, but I usually always respond to a message that's sent.
Okay. Well, on behalf of all the community, thank you for all your hard work that you've been doing lately, and we're looking forward to keeping you on the team.
I'm excited to be on.
Okay, thank you.